Excuse me, everyone. If we have any Seminole inductees in particular, or anybody who's an NTHS inductee, meaning you've got an invitation, if you'll please come. Lingering anywhere? Oh, come back. Any lingering anywhere? We're about to start momentarily, so please come and get a seat. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started with the ceremony. My name is Frank Jordan, and I'm the NTHS sponsor. Here at Gordon Cooper, on behalf of Gordon Cooper, the faculty and staff, we want to welcome you to the 2025-26 NTHS induction ceremony. It is an honor to have all you here as we recognize the outstanding work of our students. Mr. Matthew Bottoms from Criminal Justice is now going to come up and start us with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag? Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the invocation.
Good morning. I'm Tristan Thompson, a student in the cosmetology program. I'm going to lead us this morning in prayer. Lord, as we gather here today to celebrate the induction of these new members into the National Technical Honor Society, we thank you for generously granting us the gifts and talents which enable us to be successful students and honorable individuals. We give thanks for your guiding hand and teachings, and we seek to make you proud in our pursuits of skillfulness, leadership, service, and character. In your name we pray. Amen. Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning. My name is Kimber Chesser, a National Technical Honor Society member in the pre-engineering program. I would like to welcome you again to the Gordon Cooper National Technical Honor Society induction ceremony. I would like to thank all Gordon Cooper faculty and staff for helping with our ceremony today. The goal of National Technical Honor Society is to see that deserving technical students are recognized and that the people of the community become aware of the talents and abilities of the young people and adults who choose technical education pathways to a successful future. The NTH motto reads, "Success favors the prepared mind." The official NTHS slogan is, "Excellence is America's workforce begins with excellence in the workforce education." Again, we thank you for being here to honor and celebrate our achievements as students.
Hi, this year we have a very special speaker. Our speaker has been dedicated to career and technical education for 45 years. He began his career as an ag teacher at both Dustin and Preg, and then he made his way here to Gordon Cooper sometime in the late 1900s. I mean 1990s. And then he spent a long time here at Gordon Cooper in various roles, ending as assistant superintendent and retiring in 2020. Here today is a man who has a heart for students, for servitude, and for career and technical education. I'd like to introduce you, my friend, Mr. Mike Matlock.
I'm going to have to use a hand mic because I can't stand. Test, test. Testing. There, testing. 1, 2. Showing green. Testing. There it is. Okay, I can't stand to stand with you guys looking at my backside, okay? Because you're the important ones today. You're the inductees. And I want to address everybody, and it's truly an honor to be here today to speak with you and with our inductees, those that are current members of the National Technical Honor Society, as well as parents and friends and advisors and administration that's here today. And so I want to look before you and ask you to do a few things for me, if you would please, because today I want it to be more than just a speech about knowledge and having knowledge and education. I want it to be a lot deeper than that, than simply have a speech where I'm standing up here and I'm talking to you. So I'm going to have it very interactive with you, okay? Is that okay? All right, we're going to have a very interactive, fun morning together, if you would please. So if you agree with something, I want you to yell out, "That's right," okay? So if you don't agree with me, you say, "No way." Okay, got it? Okay, we need longer school days. No way. Oh. We need shorter breaks. We need free food. Yes. That's right. Okay. Now, when we get to thinking about this, I want you to be able to interact with me a little bit and help me a little bit to so that you might understand some things. Your journey today was all about really grades, okay? A lot of times we look at the National Technical Honor Society installation, and it's all about, okay, having a certain grade point average. It's about your attendance. You wonder how in the world did they get here? Well, it's about grades, it's about attendance, and they had to be recommended by their instructor. And so when we get to looking at grades and we get to thinking about what grades look like, it's much, much more, because grades all they really do is measure performance. All they do is measure the performance of whether you know something that you can regurgitate for a test, and then at that time make a good grade on that. But knowledge is what we want to pursue, because knowledge brings out your potential. Albert Einstein said this: "Any fool can know, but the point is to understand." Do you understand? And that's what's neat about technical education. I have been a part of technical education for over 54 years, starting in FFA in 1972. And I was a part of that and have been a part of that all the way through as an agriculture education instructor, years ago called a vocational agriculture teacher. We transformed, even in your tech centers, used to be called vocational tech centers. We've made changes and we evolved over the years to become what we are today. Because we're more than just knowledge and information in tech centers. We take all this, we build, we design, we calculate, we repair, we create, we're innovative. We learn just not the what, because that's so much of what education is. It's the what. Okay, what does it do? What do you know? All that. It's more about the hows and why does it work the way that it does. And taking that to that step makes a big, big difference. So what we need to do, what is our key today? I want you to pursue knowledge instead of grades. I want you to pursue the knowledge of understanding. I used to do something with my ag students there at Payton. And on Fridays, a lot of times, I'd have them do a think tank problem. The idea behind the think tank problem was for them to take the information that they had before them and be able to analyze and make good decisions based upon the information that they had, that they could calculate the correct answer from that information. And so it's very important for us to understand that, because we don't want to just become somebody that's chasing after grades. We need to be asking and looking at, what can we gain? What knowledge can I gain? How does this work? How can I make it better? We choose grades is all about just learning something temporarily, that we can pass a test. Knowledge is when we pursue and try to master whatever skill you're in. Whatever that skill is and whatever that is. Technical fields demand that we're more than just surface understanding. You know, I've got a lot of general information, a lot of general, have you played the game Trivial Pursuit and you know all this information, it's there, but is it really applicable in your life? Or is it just a bunch of information? For you see, information is great to have, to build upon for the use of knowledge on how we apply it. In skilled trades, in business, in health, in all these, they prepare us for careers that require precision, responsibility, and critical thinking is a key component that we have, that I want you to understand. Now I want to tell you a story. There was a young lady, and she graduated from high school, and she went to a college to become a nurse. Well, she got enrolled in that college there, and there in that college, while she was there, she became pregnant, and she had to drop out. Well, it's up in the air what to take place and what would go on and what would happen. Baby got up to about 1 year old, and she enrolled at Gordon Cooper LPN program. She enrolled in the Gordon Cooper LPN program and excelled, and with the help of her husband and family, she was able to make it through the LPN program at Gordon Cooper Technology Center. She then went on to Western State College to get her associate's degree in nursing. It was there as she worked through that, and she was working through that she went on to OU to get her bachelor's degree in nursing. But you know what she told me was one of the greatest things that she did is she all went back to her LPN training here at Gordon Cooper. She said one night she was on a late night shift. And if you don't know anything about nurses, it's 2 on, 3 off, 3 on, 2 off. It's a crazy, 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 crazy life to be living. And she was on one of the late shifts. And one of her patients that she was watching over pulled out a chest tube. Supposed to be a clamp right there nearby. The tube goes over on the floor. She knows, because of her training and because of the knowledge that she had gained, that it was very, very critical situation and circumstance. And so she had to clamp off with her fingers, because there wasn't a clamp to shut that off, or that individual would have died right there in those next few moments. So she clamped that down with her fingers and began to yell up and down the hallway, "Help! Somebody help! Need assistance in here!" Could not reach the button to get assistance. Finally yelled long enough that somebody came in and they got the chest tube put back in the gentleman. I know that young lady because that was my daughter. She is now works as a supervisor, supervising 25 nurses. It all came back from the skills and the knowledge that she gained right here at Gordon Cooper, and many of you are going to be very successful. I could give success story after success story of individuals that have gone on from Gordon Cooper and have been so successful in the careers that they have chosen. You are willing to stay after class. You're willing to do whatever you have to do. You're willing to redo a project just because it needs to be better and I'll do it better and I want to complete it. You know, some of the programs that we have here are all about troubleshooting and learning how to troubleshoot. Whether it is in our robotics, our automotive, our diesel mechanics, our collision repair, all of those have critical thinking skills that they need to be able to apply, that they need to be able to do. Just don't have that spirit of true scholarship without the application of the knowledge. The pursuit of knowledge also requires something else, humility. Humility. Don't be acting like you know it all. I think that's one of the key things to great people and great individuals is that they don't have the attitude that they know it all, but that they have the information to always be able to help somebody else become better. That's what humility is all about. It's about being able to do those things. Being able to be humble enough to not be arrogant, but to help somebody else learn something, not to belittle them and put them down because that makes you feel better, but because that is the true, genuine individual who's really learned the secret to knowledge and what it looks like and how they can make their lives better and be more effective. So you see, so many things key around that knowledge in our lives. Knowledge has power. Knowledge, prepares us, and knowledge plus character is the key. Knowledge and character. In a world that often focuses on quick fixes, visible success, choosing to get something quick, knowledge is a long-term investment. Knowledge is the long-term investment. It means evaluating, and this is the key. Evaluate yourself. Sometimes that's hard. You'll do an evaluations at the end of the school, and you'll be able to tell how, give an evaluation on how the instructor's been, how the food's been, how the transportation's been. You'll have a chance to do all those types of evaluation and process those things to really know how well it has gone. But self-evaluation is the key component. I used to do something with the instructors here, and they probably didn't even really realize what I was doing a lot of times with them. And I used a process called cognitive coaching. Cognitive coaching is this. Cognitive coaching is asking them to come up with the answers that you already know. As an administrator, that was the key component, is to ask them questions in such a manner that they came up with the answers that you knew they need to find, but if I tell you, you need to do this, 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 and this, you're going to say, whoa, back off, Jack. Okay? Back off. I don't need you to be telling me what to do. I don't need you to be telling me how to run my program. I don't need to, even your parents, sometimes you get that way. Well, you need to be doing this. You need scholarship applications. You need to do this. And you're saying, wait. But if we do it in such a manner of, cognitive coaching, let them direct and lead them and show them exactly what they need to be doing and the why. That's allowing them to have that knowledge and that ability to change things, to make a difference. You know, one of the things that I've lived by, being an ag teacher, I thought this was so important. We talked about character and knowledge and how they go hand in hand and how we are truly developed as individuals when we have character and we have knowledge. It goes back to the FFA motto. And some of you that are FFA members out there in the audience, and maybe some of you inductees are FFA members, the FFA motto says this. It says, and I've lived by this my entire life, learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, living to serve. I think if we all adapted to those components in our lives, first, learning to do. That's the real application of knowledge. Doing to learn. That's that doing it over and over and over until you get good at whatever you're working on and whatever process you need to learn until you do it long enough and enough times, and it's that repetition. And you wonder, why in the world do I have to run 6,450 beads to get good at welding? My beads all look the same. It's that repetition that gets you prepared for the task that you have before you. For you see, today is not the end of your journey. It's just the beginning. It's not the end of your journey. It's just the beginning. This is just a milestone in your life. A point in a place where you have to come to understanding about what things are important. I want you to think about this, because this is my belief and my application in my life. The things that are important: my faith, my family, my friends, and my foundation. The Word of God tells us this in Matthew 7:24-27, that we have a choice. We can either build on shifting sand or on the solid rock. You today, in everything you do, you can build on the shifting sand of life and not have a very good foundation, or you can build on a good, solid rock. Because in the end, grace may open doors. Grace may get you that first job, but knowledge builds future. I want to do one other thing. All of you inductees, please stand. Please stand, inductees. Is there some out there too? Okay, all of them are inductees as well? You're members. Okay, all the inductees stand up. Okay. Okay. Raise your right hand. I want to look. Anybody got, okay, get your right hand up there. Okay. I promise to be a lifelong learner and represent Gordon Cooper wherever I go. Thank you, inductees. Appreciate that. I want to thank you very much for the opportunity and the privilege to speak to you today. And congratulations to all you inductees. Thank you for those members that have been running the program today. We thank you so much for all that you've done and your pursuit of knowledge. And I just hope that as you pursue knowledge, that each and every day you'll learn something. Thank you.
I would like to thank Mr. Matlock for taking the time to be a part of our ceremony and for sharing those inspiring words. My name is Matthew Carey. NTH members William Brummel and Allie Welch and I will now share the 7 attributes of National Technical Honor Society. In the center of the table is the lighted candle representing knowledge. Knowledge is familiarity, awareness, or understanding gained through experience or study. This candle represents knowledge you have gained through experience and study in your vocational program. The first attribute is skill. Skill is the use of knowledge to develop great ability and the expertise necessary to make a positive difference in a particular occupational field. We light this candle to represent skill. The second member attribute is honesty. Honesty is the quality of being truthful, trustworthy, and fair with everyone while at work or play. We light this candle to represent honesty. The third member attribute is service. Service is giving assistance and being ready to be able to provide a helpful and useful act. We light this candle to represent service.
Right. The fourth member attribute is responsibility. Responsibility involves the ability to act without guidance or superior authority and being answerable for your actions. We light this candle to represent responsibility. The fifth member attribute is scholarship. Scholarship is the distinctive mark of one who has mastered an area of learning, as reflected in the quality of his or her work, especially with respect to scope, thoroughness, and care. We light this candle to represent scholarship.
The sixth member attribute is citizenship. Citizenship is being entitled with full civil rights and exercising the duties, rights, and privileges of this status. We light this candle to represent citizenship. The seventh member attribute is leadership. Leadership is the responsibility of serving and guiding force and the directing the way by going first with courage, confidence. We light this candle to represent leadership.
I would like to recognize our brave candle lighter, Wyatt McElfresh from our aviation program. I told him I had an easy job for him. I didn't tell him it was the most stressful thing you could do. It's terrible. Students, we hope you recognize these 7 attributes in yourself and value these qualities which make you eligible for membership in the National Technical Honor Society. At this time, I would like to invite our superintendent, Mrs. Julie McCormick, to the stage to introduce the inductees.
Good morning. I want to start by saying congratulations to all of our inductees and thank you for choosing Gordon Cooper and also for being a part of the community within your program and making contributions, collaborations with other students and looking towards your future every day as you participate here at Gordon Cooper Technology Center. And thank you to all of our guests for being here today. I appreciate your attendance and joining us in this celebration of all of these students today. It's so nice to see all the families. If you're family, raise your hand. If you're family here today, fantastic. Give them a round of applause. Students, as you come up, I'll read your certificate and you'll stand over here with your director of your program and our photographer will take your. So, Dr. Wilson, thank you for joining me up here. We're going to start with aviation. Giovanni Burris. Justice Hasten. Benjamin Suarez. Maddox Tallman. Next, business education, Noah Parsons. Evans Wise. Next, computer networking, Colton Hill. Next will be criminal justice and emergency services, Garrett Brockman. Haley Kuntz. Kensington McKee. Alyssa Ortiz. Kendra Perrion. Paxton Schultz. Landon Terrell. Camden Vogelsack. Jocelyn Watts. Next will be Pre-Engineering Academy, Gabriela Garza. Gavin Grant. Evelyn Kidd. Jason Robertson. Abraham Sanchez. Keaton Treat. Caleb Whitecotton. Mrs. Schaefer, would you join me at the podium? Thank you, Dr. Wilson. We'll begin with cosmetology. Sienna Beckham. Miranda Burris. Atlee Hill. Evelyn Miner. Decasia Miner. Decasia Miner. Lucy Selburn. Avery Soward. We'll move on to early care and education. Maya Corley. Caitlin Daly. Kylie Daly. Gabriella Ellis. Grace Emerson. Alyssa Kimsey. Gracie Moore. Avery Wilson. Thank you. Mrs. Figner, if you'll join me. We will start with auto service students from the Seminole campus. Axel Grounds. Larson Parker. Or excuse me, Laren Parker. Ryan Powell. CNC students from the Seminole campus. Vladimir Barksdale. Trenton Boatner. Aaron Buttram. Charlie Holly. Elizabeth Palma Hernandez. Digital careers students from the Seminole campus. Annika Bexo. Emma Church. Alex Hamry. Carl Marshall. Ty Ohm. Health career students from the Seminole campus. Pedro Mariah Burkhalter. Chloe Burks. Mackenzie Hackler. Daniela Johnson. Rayleigh Jones. Karina Lopez. Haley Mansell. Cash Phelps. Emily Smith. Jasmine Williams. Health career students from Mrs. Malouf's class. Allie Fickner. Miley Hicklin. Georgia Jones. Victoria Lael Sanders. Mackenzie Lane. Britlin Leader. Brooklyn Ross. Brylan Seiler. Blakely Smith. Bailey Triner. Health Careers Mrs. Salter's class, Ashlyn Beatty. Anna Burkhart. Jaden Clifton. Kyla Chris. Nylena Hope Davis. Mr. Fry, if you would join me. We'll begin with auto collision. Isaiah Jewell. We'll move on to welding. Keaton Hill. Construction trades, Derek Lopez. Aiden Rednor. Lily Washburn. Jaime de la Cruz. We'll move on to diesel. Spencer Dirk. Bryce Hill. Luke Hurt. Hunter Lehman. Brody Little. Emiliano Macias. Braxton Mobbs. Andrea Parker. Hayden Raper. Electrical trade students. Diego Arzola. Kanan Case. Gabrielle Garcia. Daxton Collins. Brody Columbus. Landon Harkins. Julian Pineda. Dylan Wilson. Next, Foundations of Construction, William Patterson. Graphic Design, Eris Whitehead. Now, Heat and Air, Blaine Block. Jonathan Brown. Dak Chim. Derek Criswell. Daniel Johnson. Mason Oliva. Kason Osborne. Grayson Sanders. Leighton Schwegheimer. Thank you. It was an honor to celebrate all of you today.
Students, welcome. You are now official members of Technical Honor Society. New members, please stand and join in reciting the NTHS pledge located on the back of your program. As members of the National Technical Honor Society, I pledge to maintain the highest standard of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue a record of scholastic achievements, and I will strive for excellence in all aspects of my education. I will invest my talents, skills, and knowledge in a career of my own choosing, and I shall always endeavor to uphold my obligations as a citizen of my community and my country.
I would like to congratulate each of you on your accomplishments thus far and wish you continued luck in the future. I just want to say a quick word of thank you to everybody who helped put this together. Guys, this is my second year here, and it never ceases to amaze me how willing to help our Gordon Cooper staff and students are. You should be proud of yourself. I usually don't even have to ask. Somebody will come up and say, hey, can I do this? Graphic design made our programs. Thank you so much. Yes, please. I made a change and they whipped it out in like 20 minutes. They were like, it's done. And I was like, what? It's done? That was great. But I appreciate it. Anytime I ask a student for help, they just say yes or yes, sir. It's excellent. Thank you so much. A couple of words here real quick, just as we dismiss, because we're going to have a little different dismissal. Number one, aviation. You guys know what to do? All right. You're going to go to that door? Okay, great. For our Seminole students, we have some bus number announcements. If you're a Seminole student riding the bus back, if you're from Payton or Prague, you're going to be on bus number 4. So write that down on your hand, the forehead of a friend or something, so you remember that, all right? Payton and Prague, bus number 4. If you're from Varnum, Strother, Wawoka, New Lima, or Butner, that was Varnum, Strother, Wawoka, New Lima, or Butner, you're on bus number 9. If you are going to the Seminole campus or Bowlegs, you're on bus number 12. Seminole campus or Bowlegs, bus number 12. If you're going to Maud, Seminole High School, you're on bus number 7. All right, everybody good? Okay, appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining us today. Everybody be safe as you leave. And again, guys, congratulations. It is an achievement. We appreciate all your hard work. Thank you.